if you play video games, specifically online games on the computer like World of Warcraft, there's this idea that people have of you that all you do with your time is just play those games, you don't go outside, you have no social life, etc. Now, that's not necessarily true. There are many people out there who play these games, even if they're time consuming, and they still have a social life. They still go out, they still know how to talk to people, etc. And I'll be talking to one of those people in this episode to discuss with them how you can play these games and still have a social life.
Hi, my name's Tim. So I actually just caught this ladybug just now. I happen to be a World of Warcraft junkie. So I play MMORPGs, and that's actually the only one I do happen to play. But I dabble in other things. I played D&D online. I played Diablo. People have this sort of mindset when they see people and they got the turkey necks. No, get the vulture neck with the in the online chair with their carpal tunnel hands and whatever. And we do other things too. I personally have a 1-year subscription to World of Warcraft right now. I've actually had not so much time to do my World of Warcraft thing so much often anymore. Back in the day, I've done a lot more.
Well, how often do you play like World of Warcraft or just these online games, like per day?
Per day, it depends on what I have going on in my life at the time. So let's start when I first started playing. It was back in high school. I think it was my second year. I used to play every day. I came home. I got online and started doing shit. It's like literally backpack off, clothes hit the floor, fingers on the keyboard and mouse.
Okay.
Warcraft. And I played maybe 4, 5, 6 hours a day and whatnot. As it went on, over the summer, I didn't really do much but World of Warcraft because my parents didn't let me out. I was kind of sheltered. And it was pretty much, I was just a junkie back then. But as I hit college and upper years of high school, I started having friends, quote unquote, and they started inviting me out places. Well, not really inviting me out, it's just I've had things to do other than just be at home. And I feel like an MMORPG, you have so many friends because they're actual people you're playing with. And when you can commune with someone in real life, for me, it trumps the digital frontier. So.
Okay. Well, what got you into playing World of Warcraft? Because
actually, it's my douchebag friends that they all kind of jumped on. It's like, hey, let's all start an account. And I'm like, sure. And then they stopped in like 2 weeks. And they signed up for a month. They stopped within 2 weeks. And I'm like, I still really like this game. And I was hooked. And I think that was like a 2.5-year tour that I went on that. So as I stopped when I hit college because I had no time. Homework was actually something I needed to do in college.
Yeah, much harder. You think that back then you said that you were more sheltered? Did you fit more into that stereotype that you didn't, go out, you didn't have a social life, and you just sat in your computer all day?
I'd say more so because of like my circumstances. Like I couldn't really. My parents didn't really want me leaving the house after the lights went out. Like when the street lights came on, I should be inside. And it wasn't even like that. It was just like, you go to school, you come home, stay home.
Do you think that the stereotype makes sense? That if you play online games, that it's probably likely that you don't go outside, you're not social, whatever?
It's got its truths and its falses. Like I personally had a friend that played with me back in the day. All my friends fell off the face of the earth. Well, when I fell off the face of the earth, all my friends were out doing stuff. He was in the same boat as me, only his parents were okay with him going outside and doing things, but he chose to stay inside. So the stereotype fit him, in my opinion, more than it fit me. Because it was like not by choice.
The stereotype of not being able to talk to people, specifically girls. I mean, I know the Big Bang Theory feeds off of that. A bunch of like 4 guys who can't really talk to girls. I mean, they all have relationships now, 3 out of the 4 of them. But for the most part, you're a geek. You don't really, socialize. You don't really talk to girls. Is that true?
For me, no. I don't think that MMORPGs like really inhibit guys from being able to, like, if they get on them and then get off, it's like they're less likely to hook up with a girl because they've been playing this game. I don't think so.
So it doesn't really change who you are.
No.
Right? Who you are is who you are.
Who you are is
Yeah.
who you are.
Whether or not the stereotype's true, I personally don't believe it's true. I mean, just be confident in what you do. If you aren't that social, you fit in the stereotype, and you play online games, then do what makes you happy and do it. And screw what other people think. Because if you just go outside your comfort zone and just go out, and do those other things that people want you to do, well, then you're not really enjoying life. So again, if you like playing online games and being home on a Saturday night, why should anybody affect what makes you happy? Just do what you feel is best.